It's time to feel the rage. Welcome to Film Rage, where we talk movies in theaters, streaming, and classic films as well. Directors and actors beware, as you cannot hide from the rage. My name is Bryce, and I'm part of the Film Rage crew, which also includes Jim. Hey, Jim.
Oh, hey, Bryce.
And we got the Merman. What's going? What's shaking? What's happening, Murray? I hear you got a new job. Is it is spectacular as you thought it might be?
Oh,
is it a dream job?
It is.
Are you thanking the heavens that you got this opportunity?
Oh yeah, for sure.
The job gods.
Just call me the long walker. That's what I'm doing.
Long walk. Oh man, you get paid to just walk? That sounds
right.
awesome.
And walk.
Oh,
and walk.
That's like the best job ever.
I can't wait to see how tight those buns get.
So with the introductions out of the way, let's rage on!
Well, thanks for all been supporting us. If you love our independent podcast, or even just like it a little bit, why don't you please subscribe, share, and give us a 5-star rating on your listening platform, or support us and join the Film Rage community by joining our membership at buymeacoffee.com/Film Rage YYC. If you cannot commit to a membership, you can still buy us a movie rental and dare us to see a terrible film. And we'll watch it if it played anywhere in the world in a cinema, which we've been on hold with for multiple reasons, and it's going to be back near the end of October. So
have we now?
Start getting us to watch some terrible movies. Now, let's get to raging. What amazing moment?
Predict.
What amazing moment?
Predict.
Will he predict the rage or will he predict the mondo? Will he tell us all what Bryce are at the movies? Better watch out, kids, cause here he comes. He's going swimming to
And you.
Swim, Murray, swim, Murray.
Swim, Murray, swim.
Walking Murray everywhere.
Walking, Murray, walk.
From all the walking way to our walking little swimming hearts.
Tired of walking. Yeah. Amazingly, despite all the siffy stuff, you guys went to 5 movies.
Yes.
I actually managed 2, which
Yes.
is a miracle in itself.
Miracles.
Right. Let's start with the big one.
Biggins.
One battle after another.
Oh yeah. That
Paul
seems like I saw that like a month
Anderson.
ago.
Maybe you did.
God.
With the Leo and the Benicio and the Sean.
The Sean.
You mean the mesmerizing Sean Penn?
Yeah, apparently
Mesmerized for life.
Yeah.
Thanks to one of you.
That's right.
That would be James.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, considering how much I didn't like it, let's say you guys freaking loved it. Double Mondo.
Nice.
The Strangers, Chapter 2.
Sorry, did you say you didn't like it? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I would have thought he would have at least liked it.
No.
Wow.
The Strangers, Chapter 2,
I can't wait to hear why.
is the sequel to, a crappy horror movie that came out a couple of years ago. They just keep making them.
I had to watch Strangers Chapter 1 before I watched
Remember what
this
the hell happened?
because I didn't see it in theaters.
Yeah, he was away.
I was
You
away
missed
that
it?
week.
Wow.
It's one of the few times that I didn't see what you guys saw, because usually it's the other way around, because Jim's like off doing crap in Ontario or
Some stupid
some
place.
family
some
shit.
dumb
What's the
family
deal
thing
with
comes
that?
up. Oh, I can't go to the
Jeez.
movies this
Exactly.
week. So yeah, no, this time I had to play a little catch up.
There you go.
So I got double the Strangers.
Yeah, Jim likes his horror movies. I'm thinking he maybe likes some of this, so meh. I'm gonna give you a big fat rage.
A big fat
Yeah,
one.
'cause he's,
Big fat one.
he's kind of giving indicators, isn't he, Murr?
I didn't give any indicators.
There's a little bit of tonal indicator.
It was not. I was disguising it so that you wouldn't know what I thought of it.
right,
I
yeah.
see. Eleanor the Great, which is Scarlett Johansson's
ScarJo.
directorial debut. I don't
Is
know.
that what they call her? ScarJo?
ScarJo. That's what they
ScarJo.
call
So
her.
dumb. Can everybody stop doing that?
No, they're not.
Please?
They don't.
Yeah, it's
makes it
dumb.
quicker to
The
get out of your
J-Los and the ScarJos
And T-Swifts and
the
J-Laws.
T-Swifts and the J-Laws.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
And the Batfleck.
The Batfleck, well, that one I like.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, God.
Anyway, yeah.
Insert eye roll
ScarJo
here.
directs it, and I don't know if she's in it or not.
The Squibinator.
But it stars the June Squibb, 96 years old or whatever
Yes.
she is.
Squibster.
Double Man.
All right.
There you go.
Dead of Winter. God, there was a lot of winter in this movie.
So much
It was
winter.
So much winter.
Oh, did you
It
watch
wasn't-
this one?
No, but I saw the trailer.
Oh.
That was enough.
Well, it takes place in the winter.
I watched the trailer and I had to go get a sweater. So I was freaking freezing. Yeah, Emma Thompson. Being an American.
Yeah.
Doing shit. Action scenes.
Yep.
Okay, then.
Double Man. The Lost Boss.
Yes.
Which is based on a true story.
An Apple original.
This shit actually
Apple
happened,
original.
and it was serious. People died. Blah blah blah. I love the
People die
McConaughey.
every day, Murray.
I might have actually gone to this one because McConaughey's in it.
All right,
but
all
it's,
right,
it's on
all right.
Apple anyway.
So-
Yep.
Well, it's not on Apple yet.
I'm gonna say because it's a true story, Jim gave it a rage,
Wow.
and
It's usually the
Bryce
case.
gave it a meh.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
Have at her.
All right.
All right, all right, all
right. All right.
Yeah, I probably gave it a meh. That sounds right.
Sounds right.
What is it? What's happening here
I didn't
today?
cheat off your
I don't even
paper.
fucking know what's happening right
guessing.
now. All right, well, let's talk about one battle after another, which, by the sounds of Murray's comments,
I can't wait to
this
hear
ma-
Murray. I don't even want to hear anybody else's opinion. I just want to hear Murray's.
You're not gonna want to hear mine.
Yeah,
No, I am.
Yeah,
I am so curious.
yeah, I'm curious too, but I'm bi-curious. All right, so one battle after another. PT
Yeah.
has the ability to take an American epic tale,
Okay.
and even when it clicks in at 2 hours and 40 minutes, makes you feel like it's just breezed by.
True.
This film is non-stop, one battle after another, with layered characters that you can't help but be mesmerized with unless you're Murray. Basically, it is the story of freedom fighter activists that are trying to make the world a better place, like making it an open border and fleeing refugees from internment camps, and hits pretty hard with things happening apparently right now in the US, and every day seems to be hitting harder down there, I guess. This is really a suspenseful adventure. As like most of PT's films, it has a lot of characters and a lot of moving pieces. Leo, who plays Bob, and Tiana Taylor, who plays Perfidia, are a married couple who are kind of the heroes of this revolution called the French 75. Through a series of events, Perfidia gets captured and turns on the whole organization. What? You say?
What?
Yeah, like that. This is the first part of the film, but the majority of the film is like 16 years later in the future, when their child and Leo have been living in hiding. There are so many layers to this, as we have Sean Penn, who plays a cop who is chasing them, but also has an affair with Perfidia. We have the Underground Railway from the Mexican immigrants, led by Benicio del Toro. And all the while, we have Leo, who has let himself go and has basically forgotten all of the, and I'm putting this in heavy quotes, secret words for this organization.
Yeah.
The suspense is built with the help of amazing score. And I mean amazing score and music. The music in this, I want this soundtrack. The story is fun and funny at times, but also the cinematography is motherfucking brilliant and so worth us seeing it in IMAX. And after reading all of what went into this, I convinced Bryce that was the right thing to do. And
You're right.
I'm always right. You should
That's
know
not true.
that. When it comes to IMAX, I'm always right.
All you say is, oh, well, if it's IMAX, we gotta go see it in IMAX.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's not filmed for IMAX.
No,
though.
no,
Sometimes
no.
it's
But
just
when
blow
it
up.
is,
When it is, it's impressive. And this was very impressive. This was a beautiful looking film.
yeah, oh my God. So there's a lot of suspense, and the cat and mouse with Sean Penn, Leo, and his kid is so well done. And up until about the last 10 minutes of this film, it is basically another perfect PT film.
Perfect.
But then
But what?
there's the last 10 minutes,
What?
which is super dumb and way
no.
too happily ever after and needed to see
no.
cut altogether. I really wrestled with how I was actually going to rate this because the ending is so off-putting and annoying. It almost completely ruined all of the amazingness that was the first part of this film. So PT, get your head out of your ass and don't ever end a film that badly ever again. But because I did absolutely love the other 2 hours and 30 minutes, you still get a very low Mondo. And I have unpacking, but I need to know why Murray hated this movie.
Yes, we all do.
Pretty sure you know.
We don't?
What?
Yeah, pretty sure you do.
Because it was 2 hours and 40
John,
minutes?
that was one of the reasons. No, Jim pretty much talked about it.
Okay. Well, let's...
So
I
many
still don't
things
know
about
why.
this film made me rage. I can't even begin to describe them.
Well, just make a list then.
Bring it on.
None of them had nothing to do with the acting performances.
Yeah,
though.
because they were all brilliant.
Although I don't like Sean Penn in pretty much anything he does. You guys know
'Cause he's
this.
perfect.
You guys know this. I don't like him.
You hate him being so perfect.
I hate everything he does.
Why?
Still, he was okay. His character was not.
He was a bad
Yeah,
guy.
he was a bad guy.
This film was...
They can't make movies with nothing but nice guys in the
Do
Murray.
you want to hear about this or not?
Yes, he does.
Shut up. This film was way too close to reality for me.
It
way
was.
too close.
He was.
With everything going on in Trump's America, it felt like watching the destruction of civilization all over again. I was squirming in my seat for the entire 2.5 hours of this
Yes.
film.
Mission accomplished.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that was the point. For that,
Yes.
I applaud Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yes.
I usually like his films.
Yes.
This one was a hard rage.
Ooh.
God, I hated it so much.
Ugh. But okay, so
I've never hated a Leo movie before.
were
but this was
you
one of them.
were you hate? So the reason that you're hating it, just so our listeners are clear, is not because they didn't do a really good job depicting
No,
it.
the
It's
performances
because
were
of
fine.
how the movie made you feel as you
Yes,
watched it.
it made me feel
Okay.
sick
Yeah.
and
yeah.
nauseous
Yep.
and afraid for the future. Anyway,
All
right, what did you
go
think
on
of
with your Mondo?
Plate of put.
I thought one battle after another was Mondo.
Yeah. Okay.
It was very, very nicely shot. It was
Yes.
beautiful to look at.
Yes.
It was very well acted.
Yes.
I thought I actually laughed a lot, and I also thought that it said a lot of important things that needed to be said.
Yes.
And I thought it did it all very well, and I thought that P.T. Anderson did a really, really good job.
Even the last 10 minutes?
Here's the thing. I also did not like the last 10 minutes. But I didn't hate it quite as much as you.
Oh.
Is Bryce using Chat GPT
I
for his
think,
reviews
I
now?
think he is, actually.
It sounds like it. Sounds like an AI review.
I thought it was very, very good. No, this was
Okay,
so...
so you okay. Can we just back this lost bus up a bit? See what I did there?
I do, but we're not talking about
Yeah.
that.
So can we just back it up a little bit?
All right.
This ending.
Yes.
Okay, we're almost at 6 full years of doing our podcast.
Okay.
Congratulations to us, by the way.
Oh,
And
congratulations
if
to me.
up into the last,
Oh, we're just along,
up
I'm
until
the glue, baby.
we're just along
Yeah.
for the ride.
yeah, you know what they also call glue? My spooge. So there
Nobody
you go.
calls it that. What are you talking
It's
about?
it's another pseudonym for my spooge.
No, stop it.
You know what they make glue out of?
Spooge.
Horses.
No, they don't anymore. You're living in the past, man.
Somebody likes horses way too
Anyway,
much. I'm
the-
You're
just
living
saying.
in the past.
The
Just
point
saying.
I was going to make was
Yes.
any movie in the last 6 years that you watched that had this ending would have turned a Mondo into a rage for you.
Exactly.
And the fact that you're giving forgiveness to this, there is things in this.
There was stuff that didn't need to be done that they did. And,
Yes.
But I'm telling you that I know how much it annoyed you. It didn't annoy me as much. I'm not saying that I loved the ending, because I didn't.
Okay.
I wish that the movie would have ended 10 minutes earlier, just
Yes.
like you.
Yes.
But it didn't wreck it for me. And don't get me wrong, I understand what you're saying. There
Yeah,
are movies
because-
where I watch where there's
Yes.
one little thing that happens in
Yes.
the end, and it annoys me so much that Mondo
You give
can
it a
turn
rage.
into a rage.
You've done it.
And it has,
Absolutely.
yeah.
This didn't annoy me that much. And Benicio del Toro, come on. It's just, he's so freaking brilliant.
He was good. I was extremely disappointed that he didn't get to use his karate skills. He's a freaking karate master. Didn't get into one goddamn fight.
I love that. Actually.
I don't know that he had any. I think he...
Well, I'm sure they could fake it.
He actually might not have.
He might not have.
They called him a freaking sensei. He had a dojo.
I didn't say... You can have a dojo and you can teach karate and not be great at it. That's why they've got acting teachers. If they were really good at acting, they'd be actors.
Don't make him a sensei then. Just make him some guy running whatever that shop
it actually made it better because it's all a front, Murray. Everything's a front.
Everything's a front.
Okay,
as you could see from all the things that went on as things were breaking down.
Yeah.
He had a lot of skills.
Yeah, he had a particular set of skills. Yes. But, here's the thing is that we can't talk about the last 10 minutes.
No.
Because there's a lot of stuff in that 10 minutes that happens that I think maybe people who do like happy endings like Murray will like. So, can we talk about the fact that it was almost a direct quote of Donald Trump that they put in here in regards to the immigrants? I was just like, okay, PT, you're slapping him in the face there. How fast paced this was.
This breezed by. My God, this is just boom, 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 and just the dialogue's just so clever, and it's here's the thing, it's clever, but it still feels natural.
Yeah.
And P.T. Anderson, there's some movies where you're very entertained and the dialogue is fantastic, but it's not like you'd ever hear that dialogue anywhere ever. Yeah. This was so natural.
You mean like Quentin Tarantino movies?
Like Quentin Tarantino.
None of that dialogue you hear anywhere.
Or like Glengarry Glen Ross.
Yeah.
You're not getting that. It's beautiful and it's so funny and witty, but it's not. It doesn't feel natural. He's got a way of it being so clever, but yet so natural. And it's
especially with Leo's character. Yeah. Like Leo's character in this was hilarious. Just freaking hilarious.
This was like, it's, this isn't billed as a comedy, but there was a lot of laughs in this.
Here's the thing, PT puts comedy in all his films.
He does.
He's
100%.
got some heavy themes in his movies,
and that's the thing. The themes are so heavy that he almost has to put the comedy in just to give it a little bit of levity. Because if he doesn't, then it's just an absolute sorrow.
Yeah, it's basically Eddington. But also Eddington was funny. So
it's true.
All right, okay. And actually, Murray didn't like Eddington either, did you?
I don't think I saw it.
Oh.
I think
that's got your Phoenix in it, doesn't it?
I think you saw it with us.
Joaquin.
No,
all right.
didn't.
Okay. Let's talk about The Stranger in the Room, Chapter 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question everybody wants to know is, waiting for yet another Strangers movie, is it worth it to find out if Tamara's there?
No.
Okay, so that's what everybody wants to know.
Well, the answer's no.
Well, and I will say, hold on until you hear my review, because maybe I'll tell otherwise.
Maybe.
All right, so we start up front after the Chapter 1 reboot happens, where our final girl is in the hospital.
Her name is.
You know the hospital. Yeah. The hospital where only 2 people work. And
it's a safe place where nobody ever comes in.
Multitudes of rooms. And our survivor is the only patient in the entire hospital, but has a full morgue. So, of course...
it makes sense. Everybody dies. There's actually nobody left in the hospital.
That's right, because this had a full morgue. That's why. So everybody in the hospital died, including the doctors, nurses, and everybody else that works in this massive hospital.
They've only got one patient for the whole hospital now. They all went home.
Right.
She's okay.
Okay, so the strangers...
This is what you're picking apart?
I'm not picking apart. I'm just telling the facts.
He's just getting started.
So then this gives the reason, because there's nobody there, for the strangers to show up. And then they chase her in the stupidest ways possible, through the empty hospital, where she evades them, but stabs one of them apparently, but that heals instantly because she runs away and gets picked up.
She has Wolverine powers.
By what we think are strangers. So she escapes and decides to live in the forest with a killer CGI pig and finds magical boots and a magical jacket that came from nowhere. So ultimately we have, and I'm putting this in heavy quotes, the strangers chasing her for the whole movie, and no one cares. There are dead people at the hospital because the police aren't allowed to go find her till she's missing for 24 hours. So you can tell maybe by the tone of my voice, you really have to suspend a lot of belief to try to be entertained in this film.
That's
between
too much effort,
the
Jim.
incredibly stupid things that they are setting up to our final girl, who's literally the dumbest person and should have never even survived this long, even from the first one. Put a pin in that. But we did get to see her dead fiance, which she randomly hid with him when she was hiding from the strangers in the morgue. So what was how was that? That was like so lucky. She basically found his dead body when she chose one random morgue slot.
30 drawers.
Out of 30 drawers, it was like she had a 1 in 30 chance. And sure enough, she picked the right one. I could only suspend my disbelief in everything that this movie was showing us for so long. Oh, I almost forgot. There was also, we kind of learn the history of one of the killers and why they became a killer.
Yes, they kept showing how she became a killer.
Yeah.
Also, I had to suspend some disbelief about because that made no sense. Plus, they throw in these characters all through it that they're like red herrings, that they're creepy, and then she ends up at these creepy people's place that you were convinced are, and I'm putting in heavy quotes here, strangers.
Yeah.
And which time she doesn't...
I was never convinced.
She doesn't insist to leave at all.
No.
It actually doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make sense that she would stick around there.
Yes.
No.
And all you really wanted to know through the entire time of this horrible story...
all you wanted to know
is Tamara going to be home?
Don't care.
I just wanted to know if Tamara was going to be home. We did get to find out who Tamara is, though.
Yeah, we did.
And
I was confused. Anyway,
and when I found out who Tamara was, I was just as disappointed as I was in this movie. And it ends with a to be continued.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, baby.
Yes.
Chapter 3.
Chapter 3 is coming. And then, what a waste. We have Richard Brake in here as the sheriff.
He's in like 3 scenes.
He's like completely wasted.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there was like 80 minutes of footage of him.
But it seems like he's a central character to the whole story. But
you know what?
Never shows up.
Nobody would know based on this movie. Yeah. This movie was the worst Strangers there's ever been. Oh. Strangers 1, Murray and I saw last time. We didn't hate it as much as
I hated it.
But Bryce hated Chapter 1.
Chapter 1 was awful.
I didn't hate it as much as this. All right, Murray, what did you think of Chapter 2?
Ditto.
Is Tamara home?
Yeah, I had no intention of seeing this film. Didn't like the first one. I thought it was as stupid as I do most slasher films.
But Daddy Warbucks showed up.
But for my BFF Jim, I endured. I will admit there were some good action scenes in this one. I also enjoyed some of the bloody kills. Luckily, we were practically the only ones in the theater, so we were able to make fun of the absurdity of it all. That alone was almost enough to get it to a man. Almost. Also, I like the pig. Warthog guy. That was a good scene.
The CGI Warthog?
The CGI Warthog, just out of nowhere.
Yep.
Yeah. I was almost enjoying it until the end. Spoiler alert, to be continued. We didn't even get to see the satisfaction of either the main character die or finally kill all of the doll-faced murderers. They want us to go see another one. Mm-hmm. This one only made like $5 million.
Only because of the sheriff.
So yeah, hell to the no. Big rage. Still a fun time with my buddy Jim.
We did have some fun.
Yeah, this movie's a complete waste of time. Strangers 1 was a complete waste of time. I don't know why they're continuing to make these. It was awful. There was nothing clever to it as well. To your point, the empty hospital was ridiculous. it's like it got to the point like where I'm like, okay, well, this isn't possible at all. So is this like a dream sequence? But it's not. It's just more ridiculousness piled on more ridiculousness. I hated everything about it. There was nothing that was surprising. The whole. I've never seen so many confusing flashbacks. I literally just watched chapter 1, like I think the day before.
Yeah.
Maybe even that. No, the day before. I just watched chapter 1 the day before, and this had like flashbacks to chapter 1 that were just confusing. Like I didn't even know. I just watched it and I was confused by the flashbacks. So this movie is just a bloody mess from the start. It's not fun. It's not the gore isn't even like great. Your CGI garbage is garbage. I hated this movie. I hated the first one, and I hated this one even more. This is a bloody rage. I hated it.
Nice.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't even have anything to unpack on this. It was just
it's a waste of time.
It was so horrible.
I knew
It
it would
was
be.
so horrible.
Waste of time.
All right, so on this one, I know Bryce and I completely do not agree.
Oh, are we on to Eleanor?
We're on to Eleanor the
Oh, do
Great.
we ever not agree?
Yes. So the story of a 94-year-old Jewish widower who's living in Florida with her best friend who she lives with. And the best friend dies, so she decides to move back to New York. Is that why you're doing that accent for the New York? Was it New York accent that you had in New York?
I wasn't doing any accent.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Okay, everybody pause the podcast now. Rewind back to Bryce's last review. Oh, he was doing the AI review. Sorry. Of
One battle after another? That wasn't AI.
Okay. It was.
That was all me, baby.
Okay. I have a word in mind to describe you, but I'll leave that to offline.
Is the word wonderful?
No, it doesn't even rhyme with that. So
What?
she moves back in with her somewhat estranged daughter, where she starts attending a class at the JCC. For those of you who don't know what JCC is, it's the Jewish Community Center. And in a twist of fate, ends up in a Holocaust survivor support group where she tells her friend's story, but claims it as her own. Through the group, though, she befriends a young journalist student who recently lost her mother, and they soon become fast friends and confidants. I don't want to spoil what happens. Maybe Bryce will want to. But suffice to say that the story becomes a story of healing and support, and where we learn that sometimes telling someone's story as your own is okay if it's a story worth telling. The cast in this I thought was okay. I mean, June Squibb as Eleanor, as usual, is a feisty old bird with some great sass and does an okay job, but not nearly up to her performance from Nebraska, where every word she said was gold.
Yeah, Nebraska was gold.
Yeah, she's and I think, I don't know, but she's 96 years old. So, you know what? Keep trudging on, Squibbinator. Yeah, but the powerhouse in this is Rita Zahar, who plays Bessie, the Holocaust survivor, and her best friend of 50 years. I have to admit that when I watched the trailer on this, it really does not do this film, in my opinion, any justice. In fact, I thought it was going to be another version of Thelma for Squibb, but this film has more depth and will be a real healing journey for a lot of people, I think, who sees it. I mean, it is still an old people are important type film, and they are not useless, but this film tells a heartwarming and real friendship tale that has a perfect ending for what this film was. I fought hard for most of this film to not lose my shit, but Rita's final performance in this film, where she's recounting some of her story from the Holocaust, had me bawling my eyes out, and I was just very taken with the story as well as the characters. ScarJo, I didn't think he did as horrible job as I think he could have. Bryce may not agree.
Oh, I don't agree at all, Jim.
I know you don't. And it's a little bit been there, done that before, but I thought there was some interesting twists on it. It was met for me.
Yeah, this was not meh.
It was totally meh.
Okay, well, anyways, as you're watching, or as you're kind of doing your review there, I was just jotting down things that came to my mind as you're saying about the story and this and that. This was like a dull story that feels like very sitcom-y.
No.
It's overwrought. It's oversimplified. It's emotional dreck. Squibb is absolutely awful in it. Like, awful. Let's just dismiss Survivor fraud and make it all cutesy and all roses. Total garbage. Making this absolute despicable human being the hero just made me sick to my stomach. Let's glorify liars and let's say, hey, you're a total liar. You're our hero. This is garbage. It didn't do anything for anybody. Like, I don't understand how you got anything out of this. But watching this awful person just defraud the entire everybody that she met.
Yes.
She just garbage. And that's fine. If you're gonna make a movie about that, I'm all for it. But you're making a movie about that and saying, oh, but she's the hero and she's pretty. And I realize that your point of view is like, oh, well, the ends justify the means because in the end there's healing. And is there? I think there's a lot of oversimplified healing. I think that a lot of people that absolutely, if this was in real life, would not have the reaction that's had in the film. Everything is so just ridiculous in this movie. Awful performances. I hated every single second. This was garbage. ScarJo you made a bad movie, ScarJo. This is a rage.
Sorry, you said you didn't want people calling her ScarJo.
Yeah, well, I'm calling it out of spite. Out of spite, Jim.
It's not a term of endearance.
Yeah.
If I call her ScarJo, it's bad. Anybody else calls it, apparently it's good. So everybody needs to understand
At least she's not doing Marvel movies anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
What do I care?
Because you guys don't like
She's
Marvel
dead.
movies.
Scarlett Johansson's dead?
No, Black
in
Widow's
the Marvel movies.
dead. His character's dead.
So
she ain't coming back.
And if you watch Marvel Zombies, her sister's now dead.
But Robert Downey Jr.'s still in them, and is Iron Man dead?
But he's not Iron Man anymore.
He's back as somebody else now.
So why can't ScarJo come back? They should just recycle them all. Let's bring back Chris Evans as some stupid hero.
Let's make her Captain Marvel.
Yeah, let's just bring them all back in different roles.
That sounds great.
Anyway. Sounds awesome.
Yeah, so I'm going to completely disagree with everything you said. The story does depict that she's done wrong, and they don't make her a hero at all in this film.
Oh, you're talking about the Squibbinator?
The Squibbinator was not a horrible person in this.
Yep.
She was reeling from severe pain and suffering from her best friend dying next to her. Yeah.
I get it.
So sometimes people take on that pain and do stupid things.
Yeah.
You do stupid things. You're not even in pain most of the time.
That's the thing, though, Jim. It's not that the things that she did. It's what annoyed me the most is because of the reaction that she was getting from others with the stupid things she was doing made me hate the things she was doing even more because the reactions were so absolutely not genuine at all. This would not happen in a million years. What are you talking about?
Of course it might have happened.
This was garbage, Jim.
It could absolutely all have happened.
You got too much of a gooey center.
ScarJo, I think you did an okay job. You did not make a bad movie.
ScarJo, you made a bad movie.
Scarlett Johansson, a.k.a. ScarJo. This movie was meh. I know you have no real emotional maturity because I know how could you not like
he has no soul,
the performance
I will give you that, Jim. The performance of whatever her name was, yes, she was good.
Perfect.
That's the only thing in it that was good.
So you're rescinding everybody in this was horrible.
Everybody in this movie was horrible except for her.
Perfect.
Fortunately, she got to die early on and not really be in this movie.
She came back a couple of times. She came back.
Yeah, that's another thing. Let's have more flashbacks. Can we have more flashbacks, please? Can Can we be so lazy in our writing? In every freaking movie that we, except for the P.T. Anderson movie, we got absolutely just lazy flashbacks. Oh, I can't actually write a script. I got to rely on flashbacks.
Yes.
My God.
I like the flashbacks in this.
I
Dead
didn't see it in
of Winter. All right, so I believe I recently said
What did you recently?
Judy Greer
Yes.
apparently is typecast as the mommiest mommy that's ever mommied on Mummy film.
Well,
In
you're
every
wrong.
movie.
You're wrong in this. That's the one thing they turned on their
But
ear
I
in
did,
this one.
I did say this, and
Yeah.
that seems to be all she's played up until now. Well, I'm eating my words because in this she is the absolute opposite of Mommy, where she plays a stone cold killer. Good on you, Judy.
I wouldn't say she's
You're no-
a stone cold killer.
You're
but-
no more Mommy. What's the opposite of Mommy? Abortionist? I guess. Is that what?
Mommy dearest?
I don't know. What's the opposite of a mommy?
I
She's
don't
the
know.
opposite of a mommy in this.
All right.
All right. So, and Emma Thompson plays a British woman pretending she has a Midwest accent.
Yeah.
Who apparently
She doesn't
loves-
play a British woman. She is a British woman.
Oh, okay.
She plays
Well,
Frances McDormand, who isn't pregnant.
It felt like she was a British woman playing somebody who had a Midwestern accent.
Wasn't it like a Minnesota accent?
I-
It was
Or
Minnesota.
Golly
You know
gee.
what?
It was Minnesota.
I
They should have
yeah.
got Frances McDormand. Just saying.
yeah.
There you go.
You know what? I don't know what her accent was, but it wasn't
It
good.
was very Minnesota-y.
Yeah, it was not good. Who apparently loves taking long walks by the lake.
California, but feeling Minnesota.
There you go. Except for she was
I love
actually
Soundgarden.
she was from
Oh,
London,
Chris
though.
Cornell. I wish you were around still.
okay. And what does that have to do with the price of China?
Because we were talking about
Damn
Minnesota.
thing.
Oh yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Remember
All
that
right.
movie Feeling Minnesota? That wasn't very good.
Was that Keanu?
Oh, why he's My Own Private Idaho was pretty good, and that was,
That was
also
excellent.
about a state.
Yeah, well, no, but Feeling Minnesota was named after the Soundgarden movie
100%.
or song
And has to do with Emma Thompson.
because she did a Minnesota accent.
There you go. It's
Right.
come around full circle.
I don't know why this is so difficult for you, Jim.
Where was I?
I don't know.
All right, so
I won't interrupt again.
I find that hard to believe.
Famous last
All right,
words.
you know this whole thing about him now being like the wisecracking. What do they call those class clowns at the back of the room? It's like now that he doesn't.
They call them
now-
class clowns.
Yeah, at the back of the room. Now that he doesn't prepare anything for our podcast,
Troublemakers.
it's like he just sits back and tries to say witty banter on stuff. He's like your Murray and I are doing
I
stand
don't
up here.
try.
and-
I do say witty banter.
Okay, well, that's
You think you do.
That's where we have to draw the line. All right, so where were we? Okay, so Emma Thompson,
Yes.
who apparently loves long walks by the lake using flashbacks to remember her dead
Yes,
husband.
more flashbacks.
More walking.
Our episode should be called Flashback
Flashback.
Central.
Yes.
All right. Okay. What's the bus depot? Are they just
it
called
didn't-
Depot?
Yeah, it
Flashback
didn't-
Depot?
It didn't have any flashbacks.
It did
though.
so have flashbacks.
Oh, yeah, it did.
There was a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what?
yeah,
I'm going to
yeah.
talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, there was.
All right. So
Sorry about that.
So there's basically flashbacks in every one of these movies.
Yeah,
It's
so many
definitely
flashbacks.
Flashback Depot here.
Boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom,
flashbacks to remember her dead husband. This, of course, is part of why this movie didn't have a hope in hell of being a great movie. I mean, the inner workings and plot idea are there. A half crazed Judy Greer kidnaps a young lady for her liver to transplant because she's
Oh,
dying.
is that the reason?
That's the reason.
I didn't get the reason from the trailer.
But wants to do it in the middle of Emma's lake so that the evidence will be gone in the spring. The
and
story-
nowhere near a
genius.
hospital.
yeah, there's no hospital.
Well,
There's
no, they've got a plan.
they've got a plan, and
Take
it's
her
actually
liver, then drive 6
Then
hours to the hospital.
They've got the whole case and everything
Yeah.
to put the liver
yeah
in.
they got it. This plan is almost
They got it all
It
planned
sounds
out.
foolproof to me.
It was
foolproof until
Emma Thompson
That's right.
comes on board.
decided she wanted to do some ice fishing.
That's right. All right, can I finish now? You two?
You don't mess with Jane Austen.
That-
That's all I'm saying.
That too. Where was it? Okay, so we have a half crazed Judy Greer, who kidnaps this young lady for her liver.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm with you so
but
far,
wants
Jim.
to do it in the middle of Emma's lake so that the evidence will be gone in the spring.
Yeah.
The story concept is simple
Yep.
and well written. Could have made a great suspense thriller. But this does what I find a lot of these types of films do.
Yep.
It makes Emma's character super smart sometimes and then
Not so smart
super
others.
stupid other times. And when I say stupid, they make her completely stupid. Just pick one. Brian Kirk, just because when the stupid comes, it's really annoying. Just to list a few. Not wiping the words away. She writes for the kidnapped girl.
My God.
I'm just like, I get it. You're not a stupid person. So this is really stupid. Standing in plain sight many times by the lake where the killers can see her. Many times. Allowing herself to get captured, which also made zero sense. Because she didn't need to stop and wait. There's just scenes in this. It's just like you've made her out to be a very intelligent woman, and these things happen. Like when they happen in a slasher movie, it's funny because it makes it more dumb, which is half the fun of a slasher movie. But in this, it just disrespects a strong female character who would have been smarter than the writers wrote her in. And that backstory that kept coming back with her dead husband just ate up useless minutes I could have had driving home.
Yes.
I really liked this story idea.
Could have gotten home in that time.
Emma's performance and Judy's performance were both good.
Were they?
I really liked this story. The writing isn't great. I'm still giving it a low Matt because I didn't like the whole concept of this story. Now, if you give it a rage, I completely understand why. But there was things about this I still enjoyed. Like there was parts when Emma was smart and some of the story being around, it was well done. When they made her stupid, it made me angry. So I would say it's probably it was probably 45% stupid and 55% I was okay with. So I'm giving it the low man.
I was probably angry about 70% of the movie, Jim. I can appreciate the fact that it's a good concept. I like the whole, liver. I like the concept of doing it on the ice.
Yes, it was also great.
So then you just light everything on fire. It goes into the water, and then boom, all the
evidence gone. Yeah,
it's good stuff. Good stuff. Unfortunately, they surrounded it with ridiculousness, and there was inconsistent characters. It just didn't really make sense. The only character I bought in the whole thing was the husband. Yeah, he's the only one I bought.
That was a great character.
He was a great character, and he was well acted.
Yep,
and it was well written. Like his character was written perfectly.
Yep.
The other two were a little bit all over the place, and I guess maybe it made sense in Judy Greer's because she's a little bit nuts. So I get the little ups and downs.
But also Emma's
I didn't buy it all.
But you gotta have an understanding that she's going through all this turmoil.
Yeah,
because she's getting rid of her husband's ashes and tackle box.
Yeah,
so,
I get that, but
so that's where you have to suspend a little bit of disbelief because she's mentally challenged at this time as well.
And it's no fault of Emma Thompson's, but that Minnesota accent coming out of her mouth was just very distracting for me. And
why not just make her British?
Yeah,
I don't get it. And how about the story with her husband? Do we even need any of that?
We didn't need any of that.
We needed 2 seconds of that.
And that's the thing. We needed maybe a little bit of it, just like a very little bit of it. All we needed to know is that her husband died, and she's going to be spreading the ashes. I don't need to know about the whole trip.
How she fell in love with him. All that garbage.
Exactly. I mean, you could have touched upon the fact that they had some sort of special moment at this lake. That's why she's coming here, but it didn't need to be dragged out. And a lot of this was dragged out that didn't need to be.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, sometimes Emma Thompson was a superhero. Other times she was an idiot.
Super dummy.
Sometimes she was a genius. Sometimes she was dumb. It was very inconsistent. I couldn't get past it. By the end of this movie, I was so frustrated that they could have had the most
forgiveness.
They could have had the most brilliant ending either, but instead we have a typical Donnybrook at the end between two ladies that really.
But come on.
I don't buy ever fighting each other ever, even in this situation.
But come on, you got the very end. The very end.
Uh-huh.
It was a surprise, though.
Uh-huh.
Don't you think it was a bit of a surprise?
A minor
There
surprise.
is a bit of a surprise.
There is a bit of a surprise.
There you
end.
go. So
But yeah, no, this was hard to watch for me. It was a decent concept, but I think it was kind of miscast. I think there was one character that I enjoyed in it, and the rest was bad. This was a rage.
I totally get it.
Yeah, I know you don't disagree with me, but at the same time, and I see why you liked certain things in this. Like, I get that,
It
but
was 45-55.
it was, and it was 70-30 bad as far as I'm concerned.
Which actually, all things considered, usually it's like 5% bad and you're going to turn it to a rage. So
yeah, so the fact
you know
that
what?
they were 30% good,
It's not bad.
there you go.
There you go. All right. The Lost Bus.
Yeah,
This one, Murray, we may agree on.
maybe.
Not you and I, but him and I.
Oh,
And then when it comes out on Apple, I'll let you come to my place and watch it.
once you have a home again.
Once I have a home again.
McConaughey.
Now that I'm
I will never get Apple TV, but
Now
I
I'm-
was intrigued by this one.
now that I'll be living in a Lost
I like
Bus.
the McConaughey.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Okay.
Hey.
In America, what's her name is okay. too.
All right.
Yeah, actually, America Ferrara has been.
She's killer.
She actually is. The more I see her, the more I'm like,
She's
Hey,
the best.
She got an Oscar nomination.
Yeah.
Didn't win, but
You know what?
she was good in that movie too.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
no,
So
she's getting
let's
better,
talk
better.
about this Lost Bus. So Towering Inferno. Sorry, I mean Paradise Inferno.
Yeah. All those.
We don't get that many disaster movies these days. And I'm just gonna say it.
We don't.
No, not
okay.
lately.
Yeah,
Remember-
maybe not.
remember
There
back
was
in
an
the
onslaught
90s
every other
or-
frickin' week. We were getting some. Yeah, you're right.
Remember, like when we had
Twister and frickin'
and,
Armageddon and
Deep Impact, and the volcano one, and
the something about tomorrow where it was like turned into like ice or something.
Yeah,
I don't
Icy
know.
Tomorrow.
Dante's Peak.
Dante's Peak. Yeah,
Enough
see,
said.
we
Got the
don't-
Brosnan in it.
We don't get those anymore.
We still get them, but not
Yeah.
as often. I'll
We-
give that to
yeah.
them.
We got
Not
two
as
in one
often.
year. Volcano and Dante's Peak came out the same
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Yes.
It was all about
It
the
was-
volcanoes.
It was the same movie, basically.
Pretty
but
much.
one had Pierce Brosnan, one had
Yep.
Tommy Lee Jones.
That's right.
My oldest daughter, and she was 12 when I took her to see this, I think.
Yeah.
Dante's Peak. She said, "You traumatized me for life." That was the movie that traumatized. I'm
lava?
like, what? I'm like, Dante's Peak traumatized you? I should have showed you like The Exorcist, which I saw when I was 10.
Deep Impact.
That might have.
Deep Impact.
Dear
Dear Lord.
Is that the porn version of Deep Impact?
No,
That's
no.
the
That's
cut-
the better one.
Cut rate version of Armageddon.
Yes,
But
exactly.
With what your boy.
Yeah. It was better than
Elijah.
Armageddon.
Right.
though. It
Elijah
was
was
better
in it.
than Armageddon. I'll
It totally
say that.
was. Totally was.
Yeah. All right.
They're both awful.
Okay. Yes. I'm just saying, there's different levels
There's
of awful.
different levels of
suckiness,
awful. I'll
right?
give you the Deep Impact was better than Armageddon. You can have that one.
All right, a winner. Okay, so where were we? Oh yeah,
What were
so
we talking about?
We don't get disaster movies, but this one
You
just
are
happens
so
to be.
distracted today,
You know what,
Jim.
I
Can
don't
you
know.
just stay on
Because
point?
he's got a lot of personal stuff going on right now.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
busy.
It's my life is like this burning bus.
His life is a disaster he's trying to manage.
That's right. So, but this is inspired by a true story.
It was.
Yeah.
I was just wasn't sure whether or not the story we got is actually what happens, but that happens
No,
in
it's probably
biopics.
not, but it was fine. Yeah, go ahead.
Exaggerated for film.
But what we know is there was a lot of devastation to this town, Paradise Inferno, California.
Wildfires, yeah.
And in reality, there was a man and two women who took care of these 22 kids. But in the movie, I'm guessing they ran out of budget for the third actor, so they could just make more CGI fires, I guess.
Well, I don't know about
Well,
that.
you have McConaughey. What else do you need?
Jim, you didn't need another frickin' adult in that bus. There was enough dialogue between those two. I didn't need a...
There could have, you know what?
No.
But if you're gonna make something that's inspired and you're gonna give all
But
this
it's
credit to
inspired.
these two ladies, sorry, McConaughey wasn't a lady. Sometimes he was, not Matthew.
He has a
McConaughey.
feminine side.
Yeah, which is good. I like a balanced person. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to make it a movie inspired, well, give props to the other person. They didn't even list her name in it. They just
whatever.
listed
The
the
real
two.
life hero who was
was a real.
didn't even get mentioned.
Yes.
Boo-hoo.
Exactly.
Just saying,
You're
she risked her life
you're
for
a
all this.
penis
And didn't
head.
even get a mention.
All right. So Matthew McConaughey and America Ferrara were great as leads in this, and
Yep.
and the intensity and trauma these people go through was portrayed really well in this film. This movie was intense. You
was.
really had the feeling that this fire, if you were in this situation, like I was like on the edge of my seat. The thing is, what happens. So you're watching this movie, there's the intensity's there because this fire is fucking everywhere, but they both live, so it's like I'm not worried someone's gonna get died. Maybe Matthew McConaughey's character got third-degree burns, but you know what, he's okay now.
It's a big boy.
Yeah. So fire is a very frightening, and the director does a great job of building the suspense. You really do feel how this would have been for all these people. But like most biopics or docudramas, the stuff that takes away from this film is the other fluff they added, especially around Kevin's character. Kevin's the guy's name who Matthew McConaughey plays.
The
And
bus
there,
driver.
yeah, and there are other minor things that annoyed me, like the very ending of this, which also kind of ties into the fluff stuff, I guess. I really do like disaster films. I think the suspense on this was really good. The CGI fire looked pretty good. But the whole backstory of Kevin intertwined into this, we didn't need any of that. It was just fluff that annoyed me. And if they just took all of that out, and then I'm gonna say, this is a bit of a spoiler. I mean, everybody knows he survives because it's a true story. He goes back to his house, which is completely burnt down, and the trees around his house are not even burnt.
Wow.
So it's
No,
just like,
there were some
the
trees that were
around his house were not burnt.
I don't even
But the
remember
house
that.
The
burned
trees. So his house is burned down, and you see some sporadic burnings, but around his house there is trees that are not burnt. It's like, come on, director, you
Well,
did such a good job. In
Not
some
all
of the other
trees
stuff.
go up in flames when you're in a forest fire.
His house was complete.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The tree that is touching your house, if your house was torched.
It might be.
You know what? You're right, Bryce. The miracles happen every day.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank God Jeebus was driving that
No,
bus.
no.
Jeebus took the
Now
wheel.
you're just being
and
silly.
That tree was protected.
Exactly. So there's just little things about this. This could have been a really almost perfect film if their fluff and garbage that is in biopics is thrown in wasn't in this.
There
It
you
was
go.
meh.
It
What'd
was
you think?
meh. All right. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of disaster films. I can't really think of too many that I've enjoyed.
Side adventure.
It was all right, I guess, sort of.
It was awesome.
It was nah.
Titanic.
Titanic was awful.
That was awful.
But anyways, The Lost Bus. It comes down to the fact that every single second of every single moment that's in that bus, from him just driving, trying to get to the kids, once he picks up the kids, everything that happens on the bus,
Yes.
in the bus, is perfect.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
this was such, like, the tension that you feel throughout this, even though you know that they're going to be okay.
Yeah.
The tension you feel as you're watching this movie is absolutely palpable. Like, you feel like you're there.
Yeah, I felt like I was getting hot.
I absolutely. It was, and the two leads are so good. The kids are the kids. I can't quip too much because they didn't really.
They weren't really big characters.
There weren't big
Yeah.
characters, and it's not like any of them had a big scene or anything.
No.
So they were fine
They're
in
just
what they had to
kids.
do. They were just kids.
American kid actors.
American kid actors. But the intensity that you felt throughout this whole movie
On the bus.
was amazing. And for that reason, it completely saves the dreck that's around it. And I understand exactly what you're saying. We didn't need all the backstory. We didn't need the whole thing where, he's maybe gonna get fired because it's like, come on. Number one, I don't buy it.
Yeah.
And number two, it was just dumb.
Yeah, and the whole thing with his wife and
then
his
as soon as they pull in, I needed that movie to end as soon as the parents saw their
Yes,
kids.
thank you.
The looks in their eyes.
Yes.
I didn't need him wandering around trying to find his family. I didn't need him going back to his home.
See it
This
burnt.
needed to be just concise. Let's focus on the disaster.
Yeah.
Let's focus on him saving these kids. Everything on the bus was genius. Everything else was absolutely throwaway. But it was so intense and so, like, you just felt like you were there. So well done in those scenes that it's a high meh for me because I thought those scenes were so good.
No, so good. Yeah.
And America and Matthew, perfect in these
Perfectly
roles.
cast. Yeah.
Yeah, and the frustration that Matthew has when I will say that when he goes to the school room the first time, where she's like trying to keep the kids calm, and he just says, "We got to get on that goddamn bus. Like, we got to get on it now." And she's like, "Okay, kids, let's all get a partner. Let's all line up." And you could just see the frustration in his face, like he's about to explode.
Yeah.
That was perfect as well. So there is some really genius stuff in this, just so well made. But there's stuff around it that I wish the fluff shouldn't have been there. But still, high math, really worth seeing. Intense movie.
Yeah, see it in cinemas if you can.
Yeah, you got to see this one in cinemas.
Yep.
Or watch it on Apple.
No, you gotta
don't
watch
do
this
that.
in cinemas.
Go see it in cinemas.
If you can find it in IMAX.
It probably won't be in theaters very long. is what I'm
probably.
saying.
Well, I think it's got another 3 weeks before Apple releases it.
So hopefully you can find it. Hopefully it's still around.
Yep,
But yeah,
definitely
it's
see
a
this
good
in
movie.
cinema.
All right.
What's that music?
That's the Sif music.
Oh, we're talking about Sif.
See, I'm doing stuff.
You know what? The Murray's always got us on track,
it.
even though you try to derail us every 5
right.
seconds. Okay, so I don't even remember the final count we had for films. You saw a few more than I did.
Yeah.
But I think we're somewhere
The 20s?
in the
No,
late
no,
20s, almost maybe 30.
I pushed past 30.
Did you? Okay, yeah. So you know what? This was, for me, this is, again, another fantastic SIFF experience. Go to siffcalgary.ca, siffcalgary.ca. Take a look at the films that are on here. There is some brilliant, like almost every year at SIFF and Cuff both, we find a lot of our top 10 films we see for the year.
For the year, yeah.
Right? So, like, if you're missing out on film festival, and this was the busiest festival I've seen for years. Like, there was a lot of sold out shows.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if they didn't
have the best numbers of all
ever,
time. Yeah. This festival was so fun and so good. The atmosphere, the people in line, we just had some great conversations about film. So I'm going to pick my 3 favorite films, and I'm actually going to rate them in order of what I liked last of the 3.
Okay.
And then I'm going to give you the number 1 film that I saw. And then Murray, you can do the same. There's no sense beating a dead horse about it. We've talked about some of these films already. So I'm just going to list them down.
Yep.
And just give a brief little thing about why you should see these films, but very brief. So my 3rd favorite film was Surat. This film, when it takes a left turn off a cliff, the left turn is so brilliantly done. I was in awe of this movie. Like, is visually beautiful, and I was just in awe of it. So if you get a chance to see this, SIR, and there's a gleve on top of the A-T, and see this film. Just see it. It will surprise you, and you will love it. My 2nd favorite film of this festival was Seaside Serendipity, which is about this town of artists, and it's one of those movies that it ended. It was, I think, almost 3 hours long, and it felt like 20 minutes. I wanted this film to stay playing for the next 24 hours. I could have literally lived in this town. I want to go live in this town. It's so beautifully shot and such a beautiful film. And my favorite film of the festival, which I don't even know where it ranks in my favorite animated films of all time, but Space Cadet by Kid Koala is my favorite film of this festival. anybody who loves animated films, you have to see this film. It is just emotional and beautifully shot and beautifully written. I love this film.
Cool.
Mur, what's your favorite 3?
This is not going to take long.
Yeah.
Unlike the two of you, I didn't get to a lot of films.
No, you didn't.
I think my final tally was maybe 6 or 7.
But you did see
for various reasons.
But you did see some that played at the festival that you also did see in preview, right? So.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you include those. And again, you don't have to say your ratings.
Yeah.
Just
My favorite one that I previewed.
third favorite or your favorite?
My favorite that I previewed. Out
Okay.
of the
Yeah.
40 films or whatever it was I watched.
Yeah.
Was Concessions, which I didn't get to see in the theater, but it was Michael Madsen's final film. He played a bit character, this weirdo in the theater who talks too much, and apparently he's like the stunt character in one of the movies that they're watching and tries to hit on this young woman. But yeah, it's the last day of old style movie theater that is closing down, and all the weirdo characters that show up on the last day, and all the really strange movies that they show, like Schindler's List, but it was like a Terminator type film. It's just the weird combinations. But yeah, that one was good. My favorite obviously was John Candy, I Like Me, still, because I didn't see that many. But yeah, it was the first one I saw. And if you like John Candy even a little bit, check the movie out. It comes out next week on Prime. It was awesome. He was a beautiful man. Nobody ever said a bad thing about him. So yeah, it's just a nice, loving film.
Feel good film.
And
it's a doc.
I guess, it's a doc. It's directed by Colin Hanks, Tom's kid, and produced by Ryan Reynolds, who absolutely loved the man too. They showed a picture of him on one of the talk shows where he's like 5 or 6 meeting John Candy, so that was kind of sweet. And I guess the other one, if I had to pick one, is Private Life.
Okay.
Jodie Foster. Who apparently is fluent in French and takes place in France. And to me, it was like Murder, She Wrote, but it was in French. Because she's a psychiatrist and trying to figure out what happened to her patient. And she, goes all down these leads and stuff and drags her ex-husband along for the ride. But it's almost all in French. But yeah, it was kind of a fun movie. So I guess if I had to pick 3, those would be the 3.
Nice. All right, Brycini.
Seaside Serendipity. I'd like to spend a lot of time in this town. I wish this movie would have went on for another 2 hours. It was such a delight. Then there was Hen.
Which I missed, damn it.
Yeah, you missed Hen. I need to see more Greek films, because every time I see a Greek film, it is freaking genius.
Yeah.
This story of a hen that escapes... It's crazy because it starts out with this hen escaping slaughter, and this hen ends up involved in human trafficking, and it is just bonkers, and it is such a good movie. My God. And it's basically from the hen's point of view, and it's just so amazingly shot that you gotta see Hen, because it is on another level. I loved this movie. I cannot believe how good it was. And it's like every time I see a Greek film, it's like, and I know that I'm probably seeing like the cream of the crop every time I see a Greek film, because I see so few of them.
Yeah.
But every time it's genius. And this was like nothing I've ever seen before. And it was pure genius. And then, of course, Space Cadet, one of the best animated films ever made. Kid Koala, good on you. Man, did you make it? Like, this is your debut film. My God, this was just an absolute joy to watch. It got me emotional, which I don't typically get. I love this movie. Space Cadet is awesome. So yeah, those are my 3.
Nice. Awesome. Thanks, Sif. Keep it up.
All right, this is going to be the shortest minute in history.
Nice. I'm going to time it.
Said that before.
No, this one will, because I didn't even write anything.
Nice. Let's hear it.
As you know, I don't like Sean Penn.
Yes.
I don't like his acting. I don't like him as a person.
Yes.
So here's a list of my favorite Sean Penn movies.
All right. It's a list of 1, is it?
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
That's your total list?
I Am Sam.
Okay.
No,
That's it. That's it. I
All
looked
right.
it up. I've seen 7 or 8 of his movies. I just don't
And
like
only
them.
2.
And only 2 I actually liked him in.
Nice.
So there you go. That's all I've
Sweet.
got.
Temperature rising. Vision blurring. Rage taking over.
All right. I could rage on for infinity about chapter 2. But what I'm going to rage about this week is I'm actually going to rage about P.T. Anderson's last 10 minutes of that film.
All right.
If P.T. Anderson had not have put the last 10 minutes into the film, it would have been a perfect movie. Like, I don't know what you want to rate things out of. You want to rate it out of 100, it would have been 100. If you wanted to rate it at 10, it would have been an 11.
What about out of a million?
Out of a million, it would have been a million.
1,000,001.
But because of the last 10 minutes, it still stays a Mondo because the film is so beautiful, so well acted, so presented well that it still gets it. But if I was Bryce, this wouldn't have been a Mondo. This 10 minutes
even know what you're
was
talking
just dumb. That's my
Alright.
rage this week.
That's fair.
Cut it out, Pete T. Anderson.
All right. My rage this week is flashbacks. My God, can we stop using flashbacks? It is lazy, lazy, lazy writing. P.T. Anderson, you know what he did? He told a story over a period of time, and it started, and it finished, and all the pertinent stuff that happened in the past, you saw in order of what actually happened. We didn't have stupid flashbacks going back because you're too lazy to write an intriguing story. Don't get me wrong, there are occasions, rare occasions, where it's effectively used, but it's become a lazy, lazy, lazy way to write. It is absolutely annoying me to the point where we had 5 movies this week, and 4 of them were just heavily, heavily based with flashbacks. I was just, by the end of it, I couldn't even concentrate on the movies anymore. I'm like, oh my God, it's another flashback. How is every freaking movie I'm watching this week just flashback, flashback, flashback? I'm done with it. Stop with the flashbacks.
Do you know what would even make it worse if it was a flashback montage?
There you go.
It might be funny if it was a flashback.
More
montage.
montages.
Well, you know what? Let's do those. You know
Yeah.
who could do it?
Paul Thomas Anderson.
No,
No.
he's not that
Matt
lazy.
Stone.
Matt Stone and
Trey
Trey
Parker.
Parker.
Matt Stone.
That's
If anyone's
about
going to do
it. Yes. Even Rocky had a montage.
Nice.
Rage subsiding. Pulse slowing. Anger fading.
Well, I guess that's it. We made it to the end.
Yeah.
And we survived. We didn't murder each other.
It was a lot.
Almost, but not quite. Don't you worry, though, people. Rage or Dare will be back, but we're going to take still a bit of time off for that because we got to recover and do some other stuff. But thanks, Ragers, for listening. Thanks to the extended Film Rage family you can find in our show notes. Thanks to Casey from The Nerdy Photographer for the voice of Rage or Dare and our God of Rage. We miss you, Casey. Can't wait till you're back. Find us on social media everywhere at Film Rage YYC. Check out everything Film Rage at filmrageyyc.com, including our merch site for Redbubble and TeePublic. We're always going to make this a raging blast for all listeners, so please comment, like, and subscribe, and send us emails to filmragecalgary@gmail.com. Dare to see terrible movies to fuel our rage. But no matter what you do, please, 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 pretty please, 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 make us our rage. That's it for this week. Rage on!
Rage on.